As I was driving along I-84 through nearly pristine natural beauty created by a loving Heavenly Father, I began to think about Father's Day and being 2,000 plus miles away from my kids. I thought about how I want them to think of me the way I think of my father. Then I began to think of all the men that, whether intentionally or not, stepped in to be a piece of my father that I lost at 15. Kurt Williams, you showed me what it means to have an unflinching, unapologetic desire for what is right, to seek God with a reckless abandon, and to always try to do what is right, even when it is difficult. Wes Reynolds, you have been the man that I could simultaneously relate to and look up to. For years I've called you my mentor, but you're much more than that. You're a true friend, a trusted confidant, never cruel or harsh, but always willing to cut through all the BS and call sin sin. Mr. Walker and Mr. Losey, I combine the two of you because in very different ways, you both meant the same thing in my life. You both let me be a part of your families when I needed that more than anything. The thing that always stands out the most in my memories of you is the dinner table. I can't begin to count the number of meals I shared with your families, never feeling like an outsider or a bother, but rather like the seat I was sitting in had been saved just for me. I never met two men who more perfectly resemble what I think of as regular guys, loving God, loving their wives, and loving their children. Uncle Michael, the one man in this list that I'm actually related to. It's only been the last few years that I've come to appreciate you and the role you played in my life. Above all, constant, consistent, and reliable. In you, I've been privileged to see a man that doesn't have to fake it ever. Someone who is 100% comfortable in himself, to be serious and silly without thought because it's just who you are. Steve Nelson, I sure hope you get this. I learned from you what it looks like to seek God above all else, above family, friends, success, happiness, God and God alone. It can't be overstated how powerful it is to have a strong, confident man feel no shame in wrapping his arms around you and weeping with you because of the heart that God has given him for people, especially you. Thank you for telling me that I am a man of God. I didn't believe it then. I don't know that I believe it now, but knowing that you believed it is all I've had to hold on to at some of my darkest times. So much remains to be said, and I know that I could never adequately explain what all of you mean to me, so I won't try. I'll just say that I thank you, my Father thanks you, and Abba thanks you. Happy Father's Day.